why budget travel isn't what you think. Hey travelers, you've probably heard people say, traveling the world is expensive. But what if I told you that you can explore multiple countries, live incredible experiences, and do it all without draining your savings? Yep, today on Vista Living Travels, I'm going to show you exactly how to travel the world on a budget without missing out on the fun, the comfort, or the adventure. So, grab your backpack, open your notes app, and let's start planning your dream trip for less than you ever thought possible. The truth about budget travel here is, the first thing we need to clear up, budget travel doesn't mean sleeping in sketchy hostels or eating instant noodles every night. Nope. Budget travel is about spending smarter, not cheaper. It is about knowing where your money matters most and when it is okay to save versus splurge. Some of the happiest travelers I've met weren't rich. They were just resourceful. They knew when to fly, how to find hidden deals, and which destinations let their dollars go further. And that's what we're breaking down today. Step by step. Step 1. Plan smart, not expensive. Let's start with flights, usually the biggest expense. But here is the secret. Flights can be cheaper than you think if you know when and how to book. Flexibility is key. Avoid fixed travel dates. Use tools like Google Flights or Skyscanner with the flexible dates option. Flying on a Tuesday or Wednesday could save you hundreds. Use the everywhere search. Instead of typing a specific destination, type everywhere. You'll see the cheapest countries to fly to from your city. And when it comes to booking, the best time is often 6 to 8 weeks before departure, or 3 to 4 months for international trips. Step 2. Master the art of accommodation. You don't always need hotels. Seriously, if you're traveling long-term, try a mix of hostels, not just dorms. Many offer private rooms now. Guest houses and homestays, super affordable and a great cultural experience. House sitting or volunteering. Free stays in exchange for light work. And for something cool! Slow travelers use platforms like Workaway or Trusted House Sisters to live rent-free while helping out in exchange for accommodation. A friend of mine spent 3 months in Portugal living in a seaside villa just by taking care of a golden retriever. Total accommodation cost $0. And if you still prefer hotels, compare deals on Booking, Agoda, and even local Facebook groups. You'd be shocked how many discounts you can find outside the big platforms. Step 3. Eat like a local. Food is one of the best parts of traveling, but also one of the biggest money drains. The secret? Follow the locals. Skip the tourist spots with laminated menus and go where the line of locals is. You'll get authentic, delicious food at a fraction of the price. Try local food markets. They're not just cheap, they're a cultural experience. In Bangkok, you can have pad thai, mango, sticky rice, and a fresh coconut drink, all for under $5. And here's another pro tip. If your accommodation offers free breakfast, eat a big one. Then grab snacks for lunch and have your main meal at dinner. You'll save tons without even noticing. Step 4. Use public transport like a pro. One of the biggest travel money wasters is taxis. Don't fall into that trap. Trains, buses, and metro systems in most countries are not only cheaper, they're safer and more authentic. You'll see how locals live in places like Tokyo, Istanbul, or Lisbon. Public transport is modern, punctual, and a fraction of what you'd spend on Uber. And when walking's an option, always walk. You'd be surprised how many hidden gems you find just by taking the long route. How far your money goes. Regional Breakdown Plus Insider Tips. Alright, now that we've nailed down the basics of traveling smart, let's talk numbers. Because when you're planning a world trip, one of the biggest questions is always, how much can I actually live on per day? Well, the answer totally depends on where you're headed. So let us break it down, region by region, and see exactly where your dollar stretches the furthest. Asia, the backpacker's paradise. If you're new to budget travel, start in Asia. Period. Why? Because Asia is the best region in the world for getting the most out of every dollar. In countries like Thailand, Vietnam, Cambodia, and Indonesia, you can easily live on $30, $50 a day. And that's not roughing it. That's eating great food, staying in clean guest houses, and even enjoying the occasional massage or rooftop drink. Here's a quick breakdown. Accommodation. $10, $20 a night for a nice private room. Food, $1, $3 for street eats, $6, $10 for sit-down restaurants. Transport, scooter rentals for $5 day, buses for a few dollars. Activities, temple visits, beach days, hikes, often free or just a few bucks. And here's the bonus! In Asia, hospitality is locals are friendly. English is widely spoken in tourist areas, and infrastructure is improving every year. Whether you're sipping coffee in Hanoi, meditating in Chiang Mai, or diving in Bali, Asia, is proof that budget travel can still feel like luxury Europe. Yes, you can afford it now. Let's talk Europe. The continent most people think is too expensive. Sure, Paris, London, and Zurich might eat through your budget fast. But head east and south, and it's a totally different story. Countries like Poland, Hungary, Portugal, and Albania offer incredible culture, scenery, and comfort at half the price of Western Europe. Here's what a daily budget looks like in Eastern or Southern Europe. Accommodation, $25, $40 for a private Airbnb or cozy hostel. Food, $10, $20 for full meals and wine is often cheaper than soda. Transport, local trains for $5, $15. Budget airlines like Ryanair make hopping countries affordable. And if you travel smart, stay longer in smaller towns, use public markets, and avoid tourist traps, you can easily do Europe on $60, $80 a day while living comfortably. Pro tip, use apps like Omeo or Flixbus to find cheap inner-city travel and never underestimate the power of walking tours. You'll save cash and meet amazing locals. Latin America, color, culture, and cost-effective adventure. Next stop, Latin America. From Mexico to Colombia to Peru, this region is packed with life, color, and value. You can live really well on $40, $60 a day. And the experiences here, absolutely priceless. Imagine waking up in a colonial city like Oaxaca, grabbing street tacos for breakfast, exploring Mayan ruins in the afternoon, and ending your day with live music, all without crossing $50. Here's the breakdown. Accommodation, $15, $30 per night. Food, $2, $5 for local meals. Transport, local buses are $1, $3. Domestic flights under $50 if booked in advance. Latin America's charm is that it offers both vibrant city life and raw natural beauty, from beaches to volcanoes to jungles. Just remember, always check travel advisories and stay aware of your surroundings. Small precautions go a long way in ensuring safe, smooth adventures. Africa, underrated and affordable. Now let's talk about a region that doesn't get enough love. Africa. While safaris and luxury lodges can be pricey, many parts of Africa are surprisingly affordable for travelers who plan smart. Countries like Morocco, South Africa, and Tanzania offer incredible experiences for $40, $70 per day. You can stay in beautiful riads in Marrakesh for $50 a night, eat tagine and couscous for $5, and explore markets, beaches, and desserts without breaking the bank. Public transportation and local tours are much cheaper than in Western destinations, and the cultural immersion, absolutely unmatched. Africa gives you that wild, authentic, and soul-rich experience, and if you plan right, you'll realize it's one of the best values on earth. Pro Traveler's Math. The Rule of 3 South. Here's a simple budgeting formula I like to call the Rule of 3 South. When you're planning your global trip, divide your destinations into 3 budget tiers. Ultra-budget zones like Southeast Asia or parts of Latin America. $30, $50 day mid-range zones. Eastern Europe, South Africa. Mexico, $60, $80 day high cost. Zones, Western Europe. Japan, Australia, $1.90, $150 day. By balancing your time between cheaper and pricier regions, your average cost per day drops dramatically without missing out on the world's smoothie spots. Pro-budget travel hacks you've never heard of, alright? Now that you know where to go and how much to expect to spend, let us take it a level deeper. Because traveling the world on a budget just about choosing cheap destinations. It's about using the right systems and tools that help you stretch every dollar further. These next hacks are real traveler gold, the kind of tips you wish someone told you before your first big trip. 1. Flight hacks that actually work. Flights are often the biggest expense, right? But here's how experienced travelers save hundreds, sometimes even thousands on airfare. Hack 1. Use hidden city ticketing. Websites like Skiplag find cheaper flights that have your destination as a layover. Example, you want to go from New York to Paris? The direct flight might be $600, but a flight from New York to Rome with a layover in Paris might cost $400, and you just get off at Paris. Just remember, don check bags when you do this. Your luggage will go to the final destination. Hack 2. Use points plus credit cards. Smartly sign up for travel credit cards with welcome bonuses. Those miles can cover your first international flight for free. Hack 3. Fly budget airlines. But read the fine print. Airlines like Ryanair, Eurasia, and Spirit can save you big, but they'll charge for extras, seat selection, baggage, water. Travel light. Print your boarding pass and avoid those surprise fees. 2. Currency and banking tricks. Now let us talk about money, because ATM fees and bad exchange rates can quietly drain your budget faster than anything else. Use a no-fee travel card. Cards like Wise, Revolut, or Charles Schwab let you withdraw money globally with little to no fees and give the best exchange rates. Avoid airport exchange counters. They look convenient, but they offer some of the worst rates. Always withdraw cash from ATMs in the city. Instead, carry a backup card. Ever had a card blocked while abroad? It happens all the time. Keep one Visa and one MasterCard just in case. 3. Save big on accommodation. You already know about hostels and guest houses, but here's how to take it even further. Hack 1. Stay longer. Pay less. Most Airbnb hosts offer huge discounts for weekly or monthly stays, sometimes up to 40% off. Hack 2. Try house. Websites like Trusted House Sisters or Mind My House let you stay in gorgeous homes for free in exchange for pet sitting or house care. Hack 3. Use couch surfing the right way. Couch surfing isn't just about free couches. It's a global community. You can stay with locals, make friends, and experience real culture. Just be respectful, verify profiles, and read reviews carefully. Eat like a not a tourist. Here's where budget travelers really win food. Eat where the menu isn't in English. If it's packed with locals and you can't read the sign, congratulations. You found the best food in town. Shop in supermarkets. In many countries, supermarkets have ready-to-eat meals that are healthier and cheaper than restaurants. You can save up to 50% on food costs just by switching one meal per day to grocery store meals. Cook occasionally. If you're staying somewhere with a kitchen, cook simple breakfasts or dinners. Even making your own coffee or oatmeal adds up to big savings over time. 5. Transportation tips for long-term travel. Transportation adds up, especially when you're constantly on the move. Hack 1. Overnight buses and trains. They're not just transportation. They double as accommodation. You save one night's hotel costs while traveling between cities. Hack 2. Use local transport apps. In some countries, Uber isn't the cheapest option. Try local ride apps like Grab in Southeast Asia, Bolt in Europe, or Driver in Latin America. Hack 3. Travel slow. Every time you move to a new city or country, you spend money on transport, visas, and logistics. Slow travel saves your wallet and your sanity. 6. Digital tools. Every budget traveler should use these apps, and websites are lifesavers for modern travelers. Skyscanner. To find cheap flights. Rome to Rio. To compare transport options between cities. Hopper. To predict the best time to buy tickets. Trail Wallet or Travel Spend to track your daily expenses. Maps.me. Offline maps for when you're Google Translate, because communication saves confusion and cash. And here's a pro tip. Download offline maps and language packs before you fly. It's free, and you'll thank yourself later. 7. Bonus hack. Travel insurance isn't optional. This one's not exactly a money saver up front, but it can save your entire trip or your bank account. Travel insurance protects you from unexpected hospital bills, lost luggage, or trip cancellations. Companies like Safety Wing or World Nomads have flexible monthly plans, perfect for long-term travelers. Think of it this way. One emergency room visit abroad can cost $1,000 plus travel insurance usually costs $40, $60 per month. That's not an expense. It's peace of mind. The ultimate world trip plan plus motivational wrap-up, all right? We've covered the mindset, the regions, and the money hacks. Now, it's time to pull it all together. Let's build your real-life step-by-step plan to travel the world on a budget. Because knowing how to travel cheaply is one thing. But seeing it laid out, realizing it's actually possible. That's the moment most people go from dreamers to doers. Step 1. Plan around cost zones. Remember our rule of 3 south from earlier. Cheap, mid-range, and high-cost zones. Here's how to use it. Spend 60% of your time in ultra-budget countries, Southeast Asia, Latin America. Spend 30% in mid-range regions, Eastern Europe, Mexico, South Africa. And only 10% in high-cost countries, Western Europe, Japan, Australia. This ratio keeps your average daily spend around $50, even if you splurge sometimes. That means a 6-month trip, about $9,000. A full year around the world. Roughly $18,000, which is less than what most people spend on rent alone back home. Step 2. Sample budget real numbers. Let's make it concrete. Here's a realistic 6-month world itinerary with an estimated cost breakdown. Month 1 to 2 Southeast Asia, Thailand, Vietnam, Indonesia accommodation. $5 60 days equals $900 food. Juni kakeru 60 days equals $720. Transport. Activities. $10 60 days equals $600. Total $2,200 month 3 to 4. Eastern Europe, Poland, Albania, Greece. Accommodation. 25-60 days. 1500フード。18.60 days. 1080トランスポート。Activities. 15-60 days. 900. Total $3,480 a month. 5-6 Latin America, Mexico, Guatemala, Colombia accommodation. $20 60 days equals $1,200. Food. $15 60 days equals $900. Transport activities. $10 60 days equals $600. Total $2,700. Grand total 6 months. About $8,400. Flights between regions. Budget an extra $1,000, $1,200. So, under $10,000 for half a year, circling the globe, living well. Not just scraping by. Step 3. Minimalist packing equals maximum freedom. People always overpack on their first trip. Here's the truth. The lighter you travel, the freer you feel. Stick to one carry-in backpack around 40 L. Pack multi-purpose clothing, quick-dry shirts, travel pants that zip into shorts, neutral colors you can mix. Bring a microfiber towel, a universal adapter, and a small first aid kit. That's it. Because when you're not dragging a suitcase up hostile stairs or across cobblestone streets, you move easier, think clearer, and save money on baggage fees. Step 4. Mindset. The real key to budget travel. Here's the biggest secret nobody tells you. Budget travel is 80% mindset. It's about choosing experiences over things. It's about being flexible, swapping plans when a cheap flight or local festival pops up. It's about saying yes to street food instead of fancy restaurants or hostels instead of hotels because the memories are richer than any luxury room could offer. When you see the world through that lens, every day becomes an adventure, not an expense. Step 5, real-world example, the 12-month dream. Imagine this. You quit your 9-to-5 or take a sabbatical. You start in Thailand. You're eating $2 pad thai by the beach, working remotely, or journaling in cafes. 2 months later, you're wandering through European castles, then hiking volcanoes in Guatemala. You've made friends from 10 countries. You've learned how little you actually need to be happy. And the whole time, your total cost per month is less than a 1-bedroom apartment back home. That's not fantasy. Thousands of people live that exact lifestyle right now. And so can you. Step 6. Action plan. The 3-week rule. Here's your challenge. I call it the 3-week rule. Within the next 21 days, pick 3 countries you'd love to visit. Research flights and daily costs. Set up a simple savings goal. Even $10 a day adds up to $300 a month. Start selling or donating what you don't need. By week 3, you'll have a plan, momentum, and maybe even your first ticket. Final motivational wrap-up. Listen, the world is big, beautiful, and waiting. But most people keep waiting for the perfect time. Here's the truth. There's no perfect time. There's just right now. If you've got curiosity, a passport, and the will to live simply, you already have everything you need to see the world. So stop scrolling flight deals, wishing you could start making it happen. Every country you visit on a budget proves that freedom doesn't come from having money. It comes from knowing how to use it wisely. If you found this video helpful, hit that like button. It tells YouTube to show it to more travelers just like you. Drop a comment below. Where would you go first if money wasn't a problem? And if you want more guides on budget travel, digital nomad life, and hidden gem destinations, hit subscribe and join the Vista Livin' Travels community. Because this channel, ISNT, just about saving money, ADS about living, more for less. Until next time, stay curious, stay adventurous, and I'll see you in the next one.